Hey ho, I'm Raido Puust again, and in this short video I will do a brief introduction to intersection roundabout design, starting from InfraWorks 360 and continuing in Civil 3D, including vehicle tracking module. This vehicle tracking module is available for Autodesk Collection subscribers, but also for single subscriptions. And it is good to point out that it works on top of AutoCAD as well as on MicroStation platform. Of course, the main idea of this video is to show that while starting from InfraWorks 360, you are able to carry over your design effort into Civil 3D and continue there with detailed design. So I start from InfraWorks 360, where I carry out some preliminary design in terms of new road project. If I connect several roads into one location, I automatically get an intersection object. And this intersection object can be then analyzed in InfraWorks 360 in terms of design vehicle. For example, I may switch over to different vehicle and my design is automatically changing. And the design is changing, of course, based on some standard that let the new vehicle pass through the intersection. In addition to intersection, I can use also roundabout as my junction type. For that, I can simply click junction type and pick a roundabout. In terms of roundabouts, I then can pick a standard how my roundabout is built or calculated. I can do my selection from this list. For example, I may pick a mini roundabout. Of course, in preliminary design stage, this is really helpful because it helps me to analyze the area of my junction and to see if I need some other changes to be made, or maybe I have to consider some alternative solution because my new junction design doesn't have enough space at that location. It is also important that when you leave from preliminary design, meaning that you want to continue in detailed design stage, that you can carry over your design information into different package. And in this video, we mean, of course, AutoCAD Civil 3D. If I switch to different roundabout again and want to send this data to Civil 3D, I use export IMX format. Because I'm concentrated only on this small area where my actual junction or roundabout is located, I just change my viewpoint a little bit and then use export IMX. Using Pbox, found my export area, double click, and then I select location to where I want to save my design information, for example roundabout version 3, and save export. Once I export this information into IMX format, I can then go to my AutoCAD Civil 3D session, open up a new drawing and import this information for detailed design starting point. I use insert and InfraWorks 360, open InfraWorks 360 model. I select my IMX file, open, I set my coordinate system, and I also limit what do I want to import. I limit to design objects. I then select refine selection set and perhaps I pick both existing and proposed ground objects. I also pick design roads, intersections, roundabouts, and maybe also bridges. I hit OK and open model. Once I have imported data from InfraWorks 360 into Civil 3D session, I can see that my intersection objects are true corridor models, meaning that if I click on my roundabout object, I can see that my properties palette shows a corridor object type. But I also have intersection object. If I select it, I can see that my Civil 3D shows roundabout tab and different tools that are available straight away from Civil 3D user interface. It is really helpful because I got this preliminary information from InfraWorks 360 and I can continue from here. Also, I can start from scratch in Civil 3D in terms of intersection design. If I have already something available, it's easier to go forward with detailed design. I save my drawing. From this same preliminary design information, I can easily continue with different analyses. For example, if I pick my roundabout, I can use design check tool to see what problems I may have with my roundabout, and it also gives you some hints how to fix those. For example, you may have problems with lane width parameters. That kind of information is available also in roundabout properties. If I click on that, I get a roundabout properties, and in here I can also see my current values and also minimum and maximum values that are expected based on standards. It's easy enough to make changes, and it's a current Civil 3D workflow, so I won't spend too much time in here. Instead, I would like to point out special tools that can be also installed on top of Civil 3D, and it's a vehicle tracking tools. Vehicle tracking tools, as said before, are available for AutoCAD and also for MicroStation platform. This vehicle tracking module is available for Autodesk Collections subscriber, but also available as a single subscription. What is good with those tools, because Civil 3D and InfraWorks shares the same information in terms of roundabouts, I can go on and test different vehicles and the turning radiuses on my design. For example, I pick my junction, I then isolate it, and then use AutoDrive tool to actually place different vehicles onto my design and checking their turning radiuses. If I hit AutoDrive, I can then pick a vehicle from different libraries, but of course I can create my own vehicle. If I click on some specific vehicle and hit proceed, I don't want to make it as my default vehicle at this time. I can start placing it onto my roundabout design, and at the same time I can check that my actual vehicle is able to turn at my roundabout. So once again, you are ready to check your design at different stages. Is it a preliminary design or in detailed design? You can also change or add some turning points later on to your vehicle, and if you do this, you can also see a 3D animation how your vehicle is acting on top of your roundabout. It understands, of course, your surface data or elevations. If I have selected my vehicle, I can then hit animate. Now I can fly by camera and see my vehicle actually driving on top of my intersection. I can easily change the speed with which I want to see it, and of course the angle of my view can be easily changed. Or even I can select the camera as driver's eye. I can start again my animation, and this animation can be also recorded and saved as AVI movie file. In that way I can share my insights with my partners. If I hit close, I'm back to my design view and can make some changes if needed. Of course, this step is again Civil 3D standard workflow, but it is also important to remember that I'm continuing from preliminary design stage. I can draw any polyline and use this polyline as a new roundabout arm. For example, if I select my roundabout, I can add approach and select my polyline. I get a new dialog, new leg, I hit OK, and I do get a new arm for my roundabout. Of course, this new arm is also available in my roundabout properties, and I can do changes to that arm also. And if I show all design objects again, isolate and end object isolation, if you add some new arm or approach, also your intersection corridor model is changing accordingly. For example, if I click on corridor object and right click and object viewer, I can see my corridor model. If this change of course doesn't work out, I can easily remove that change. I can remove approach and just select my arm and it will be removed and my corridor is rebuilt again. With that, I will end this video. In future videos, we take a deeper look into vehicle tracking analysis and also go through parking area planning. And of course, if you like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.